to get inspected. That way, those who are competing can get warmed up properly. Thank you. That's all I got. So, first meet, everybody.
Enjoy your morning naps.
Yes.
So, first meet of the year
Mm-hmm.
was at Reggie Lewis Center, and we
Suffolk
had
relays.
how many people went to that one?
Ooh.
Like 50 something.
So we've got 52 on total on the roster. Those who traveled for that particular meet was 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we normally have like closer to the full amount of people, or was that one just kind of?
So it's
standard?
52 when you combine the basketball folks, and then we also had.
Oh, okay.
We also had most of the cross country folks also on their break. So,
Gotcha.
so like for the distance crew, about half of them we're actually competing for December. Then the rest are gonna pick back up here next semester.
Yep.
So, yeah. No.
Who was taking photos at it? Because I just saw a couple of photos on the little display by the entrance, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't.
This year it's normally Kenzie. Kenzie had the dance recital for the first meet, so she wasn't able to take photos for that meet.
Okay.
But she was there for Dartmouth and was able to
Yeah.
take photos
Okay.
for that.
No,
so.
I saw her. I saw some of her Dartmouth photos on
Yeah.
the TV
Yeah.
in the foyer there. So that was cool.
Yeah, so basically she hands off the SD card and I give it to Bruin so he can upload those to the CSE website. So, yeah, but yeah, Suffolk Relays, really good opening meet for us. Giving especially the track specific folks a nice little taste of indoor, bust the rust, so to speak. I think the most popular events were probably the two relays at the end, the sprint medley and the mixed 4x4, just given that Colby
School record.
Sawyer's never run those meets or those events before, and so it was a nice little be able to check a box for some school records there. So
Yeah, it's a bummer we couldn't get the mascot relay.
yeah, I know that
record.
was so disappointed. Yeah, but the sprint squad had a really good meet. Throws, we learned a lot. Just like looking at some of our habits for those who had been throwing before, learning kind of new technique stuff for the folks who were new to throws this year, and so they were able to kind of take that momentum and have a much better meet on the throws side for Dartmouth. Matt obviously threw his two PRs. He's come leaps and bounds from where he was last year. He just works really hard at it. He's very motivated to get better. He wants to be competing for like that podium spot for shot for weights. Teddy, she left last year as like the top hammer and weight thrower who was supposed to be returning to the GNAC this year, and she is very firmly in that position, which is really exciting. And then she's also taking a big step forward with shot as well. So sprints, Noah was a very happy surprise.
I know, Noah
fast he
did
is.
so good. I'm like a little envious of his performance there because I thought that I was gonna be a little bit closer to Mason than I was, and then Noah just like smoked me.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 people to chase down this before I'm done here.
Yeah, definitely. Mason actually is sitting first in the GNAC for the 60 currently, which is really exciting. He had a really awesome outdoor season last year where he kind of culminated and he actually ended up being the second best 100-meter dash runner for Colby Sawyer in school history. And the only person who's ahead of him, the current school record holder, made it to nationals, made it to the finals for nationals, was with Rashid. So he's doing that as a freshman, coming back as a sophomore. Like, he's gonna have a really big year. So
Good for him.
yeah.
Mason did well, and
it's
Brady.
exciting. Yeah, it's exciting to see like Brady get back out there. Like he's been battling a lot of like health, just with his hamstrings, with his groin, keeping on top of things. Lisa's doing a great job of keeping him together and piecing everything together.
Yeah. That keeps us from falling apart.
Yes. And I do love how, just highly motivated, especially like the newcomers all are. Like, like Connor, I know is never satisfied, which is, I think, a blessing and sometimes a curse. Yeah, but
sure.
it's more of just making sure he doesn't, do too much or, you know, overtax himself.
Yeah, him and Peyton, they have the mental
Competitors.
capacity to outwork them.
So, and trying to like, because I do want to sit down and have a conversation with Kenzie on just how we can just revamp the social media side to make it a little bit more personal, a little bit more fun than
Yeah, and
just
like we can
strict.
use these,
Yeah,
these videos can
yeah,
be on like,
yeah,
split up into little
yeah,
reels and stuff like that
for
or
sure.
whatever. I don't know a
Yeah.
whole lot about social media
Well, I know
either,
like
so
there's like some of the stuff that I know like some young people at the risk of sounding old really enjoy seeing from like some teams is like they'll do like little goofy questions before practices or like little challenges that are like take like 5 seconds.
right.
It's just like like cake or pie or what's like you know best Christmas candy or Halloween candy or something like that, like something silly.
Yeah.
um
No, that's fun.
yeah,
We'll
because like we definitely got personalities to have some really good content there. So
oh my God. Um,
yeah.
Jaden is so funny.
Oh yeah. Jaden's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, we have a lot of really great personalities.
Definitely, definitely. So I guess like picking back up for the Suffolk meet, on the women's side, we had both ladies in the 5K. We were able to get them put in initially after like they were able to get bumped in, which was really nice. Annalise has taken a really big step with her hurdling. She's getting borderline too fast to where like she's got a 3 step now, as opposed
Yeah,
to
I know she's been
doing the
dying
four
a three
steps.
step
Yeah,
for the whole season.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's awesome. She's exceeding the speed limit, so to speak, for 4 stepping. I'm excited just for like I know like we talked about like Peyton is someone who's got a really high capacity for work and really is driven and very competitive, and like when she came out last year having never done track before, like she really wanted to like every time she was in a heat, like she wanted to compete with everybody on the line. And
yeah, I think she's like the really cool thing about her doing track is that
mhm,
there's like there's not a whole lot of breadth to the like sport of tennis as far
mhm,
as like the movements go. It's a lot of speed and tracking
yeah,
and hitting the ball in at just the right angle. It's like a
mhm,
lot of minutia, where like track and field is like you could do 4 different events and they're just not even related,
completely different.
and she
Yeah,
if she is able to pick up some like extra skills to like put into her toolbox and just become like
yeah.
a really really like well-rounded athlete, like it's
Hmm.
going to do a ton of good for tennis.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I don't know. It's just she's continually expressed that interest in pole vault, and I
Yeah.
will just have it be as we are now 2 meets in. If she clears the height, she's got a very real chance of winning. Not just like placing, but like literally winning. As of right now,
Wow.
because no women has cleared a height in the GNAC so far for pole vault.
How many years?
Well, for this season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool, cool, cool,
So,
cool.
Johnson and Wales, who was in the conference last year, like they have like 3 pole vaulters and they've all cleared heights, but they're now in the CME, and so like nobody from the rest of the conference has cleared a height. So like clear height, you got a real
I might
chance.
win.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then just like the overall energy with just our both our relays, or all 3 of the relays for the Suffolk meet was just like the general, just genuine excitement.
Mhm.
Like you always love for someone who's like trying to build a team that's really dialed into like the team aspect more so than the individual aspect. It's always like relays is a really great way for that to really kind of like show
Come
itself.
together.
Yeah. And so we want to, continue to grow the relays, not just the enthusiasm and the willingness to do it, but, obviously like make that kind of like a highlight for us. Um, but yeah, overall, like Suffolk meet was a really, really good opener. Smaller squad, and then obviously like for the Dartmouth meet, that was
Wait,
like
but what about Evan?
Evan.
Evan's performance was
Yes.
super awesome. It was very exciting, and it was a fantastic way to close out
Yes.
the whole event.
Yeah. So for Evan, like for the sprint medley was really um, exciting because like we were looking at the meet. He's coming off a cross country fitness, so like his pure speed is not where it normally is for track because like he's still in that transition phase. In December. Um, so like he cruised an 800, and then immediately came back for the 4x4, dropped the 53-second like anchor leg, which like he'll tell you that he wasn't happy with, which as coach, like coming off across country, that's a really good place to be as a someone who's a mid distance like 6'8", speed based type guy. Especially coming off of the cross country fitness where you're going from like 8K, which is like basically all slow twitch fibers,
Right.
to
5 miles.
to
How
like
long
the
does
400.
that? How long does that take them? Like 20 minutes? Or...
Like 27,
Yeah.
27 minutes. So, going from something that's like completely endurance to trying to get the speed back.
Yeah.
He, ran down both LaSalle relays with the anchor leg, and that was pretty thrilling to close out the meet. Really
Yeah.
nice way to kind of, just have a little bit of that cross, conference or interconference competitiveness on meet one. So,
Yeah, that was great because it was just like, I didn't know anything about his endurance level or his speed or anything like
Yeah.
that. And then they ran however many laps they did, and then on the last lap, he's like, "All right, like I'm gonna kick it into gear here," and then just like chased him down, and totally like smoked him on the last straight.
For
and
sure.
then he went and did the same thing at Dartmouth, which
Oh,
was
yes.
like, I was like, okay, now I know his game. And then they were like, oh, I don't know. It seems like he's giving it everything. And I was like, I think he's gonna get him.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like, what was exciting about like the Dartmouth meet, 500, it's like closer to like his event. He actually graduated school record holder at his high school for the 600. Was really, really competitive athlete out of Connecticut. 123 for the 6, blazing fast. Like he is definitely somebody who's like more on the speed-based like 800 type of runner. And so for that 500, running it from the slower heat, he ended up getting second overall, placing second only to a D1 guy.
Yeah.
And I'm very convinced that if he was in that faster heat, he would run down the Dartmouth guy too. So like,
Yeah, right.
Hey guys, that's pretty much it for the Suffolk relays, but we have another video I'm going to be preparing for the Dartmouth meet here shortly, and I'll be releasing that in a couple of days. So thanks for taking a look, and we'll see you guys again shortly.
you want to be in December because we're